Hey guys, Rob Murphy from Holistic Healing Choices here, and today we're going to have a look at 5 foods that you should not eat while sick or have a cold. These are mostly pretty common knowledge, but use this as a bit of a gentle reminder on what is good for you and what may not be so good for you when your immune system gets a little bit low at those times. Now, we're just coming out of winter here in Australia at the moment and moving into spring and hay fever and all those sort of things, so this can be a bit of a thing to look at for yourself. So, number 1, vegetables. Wait, no, alcohol, which should come as no surprise to anybody whatsoever, that alcohol isn't that good for you. It actually weakens your immune system and dehydrates you, both of which can make your cold or that illness more miserable than it already is. And it can leave you with an even worse morning, as I'm sure many of us have experienced with alcohol. Not waking up so crush hot afterwards. But in that too, there is the whole thing of Grandma's Hot Toddy, the warm rum drink that is supposed to help boost your immune system or help you to sweat things out. Now, that can sort of help, but it only clears things up for the very short term. So it's not going to be a long-term sort of thing. So if you're at the tail end of it, cool, it might just push you over the edge of it. But if you're just starting out with a cold or flu or anything that's lowering your immune system like that, it's not going to make you feel very good. So if you feel something coming on, you feel that little tickle in the throat, the sniffles, and you know it's not the dreaded Rona, steer clear of alcohol. Even if you think it might be something else more sinister, steer clear of alcohol so that you can remain optimally hydrated and keep your immune system fighting at its best. Number 2, dairy products. Now, once again, this should come as no real surprise that if sinuses are going bonkers, dairy products will help produce more mucus, which then you have to get out as well, and blocks everything up and gives you that headache and sucks. It sucks. Now, in saying that too, if you do suffer with a sore throat with these sort of things, opt for something else. An ice block rather than an ice cream. Something less dairy, so it gives you that chance if you're using that for that medicinal purpose or that somewhat masking the symptom purpose. But it will affect some people worse than others, so be with it what you will, but don't overindulge in the dairy, like eating a whole block of cheese or a whole tub of ice cream or whatever the case may be, while you're battling a cold or have any sort of sinus issues whatsoever, because it will help you produce more mucus, which, I mean, I don't know, for some people might be a positive, but no, it's gonna really give you a terrible time. Number 3, juice drinks. Now, this one might come up as a little bit of a surprise, being that juice is healthy and fruits and blah blah blah, but this doesn't go for if you make your own juices, you're making your own smoothies and stuff like that. This is the store-bought juices that contain X amount of sugar, heaps of sugar, or have reconstituted bits and other things thrown in. It's the same thing as, if you've seen the sugar film, there was a perfect example of eating 5 apples. That's going to fill you up, whereas a bottle of juice contains the amount of sugars and all that sort of stuff, minus some of the good things, or the things that will fill you up, as 10 apples or something like that. But you still get that massive sugar rush, which is not going to do you any good whatsoever if you're battling a cold, flu, or anything like that. Because what this does is it doesn't allow the white blood cells to actually fight the illness. Any benefits that you would get from the vitamins or the vitamin C or whatever from the orange juice are nullified by that sugar. So what should also be pointed out here is avoid sugar. So that packet of lollies that's going to make you feel good for about 5 minutes isn't going to cut it while you're battling the flu or cold or whatever. Number 4, fried foods. Stay away from excess fats while you're battling something. help your system out. Give it a fighting chance. Now this goes for processed snacks and fried foods as well. So foods high in fat produce inflammation, and inflammation produces a less active immune system, which is what you want to be really active and helping you fight some of this stuff when you have it. So avoiding fried foods. And number 5, following straight onto that, fast foods and processed foods. Foods that have stuff in them that is not natural or, very good for you. Now, these are the comfort foods I do realise, and you probably are going to think, boy, I really could use a hamburger, or boy, I could really use some fried chicken, or some fried chips. I can't be stuffed cooking, because I am stuffed. But the other thing is, these things are really bad. So choose a healthier alternative, because these fried foods, processed foods, they're pretty void of nutritional value. So that is that they hardly bring anything to the table in terms of boosting the immune system, or even amplifying your health, or even assisting in anything healthy. Pretty much you just process them in and out, leave some excess crap in your system as well, that your body has to sort of sort through and work extra hard to do that, rather than working harder, putting all the resources in to fight whatever it is you're facing at the moment, that cold, that flu. And on top of that, they can also have a huge amount of immune suppressing things like high fructose corn syrup, whether they're genetically modified or whatever, aspartame, MSG, just to name a few, as well as all the artificial colours and all that sort of crap that's in them as well. So avoid if you're feeling fluid. And if you even just generally care about your health at all. So that is how you fight off a cold, flu, and all that sort of stuff, is to avoid those foods and have a look at the foods that are going to boost your immune system. Should go without saying, the more natural things are, the more vitamins and minerals, all that good stuff that your body sort of wants, that your body wants to help fight that. So garlic and all those sort of things as well, that are going to help you boost your immune system, get you fighting fit again, are the ones you should go for when you're sick. You just have to have that little bit of self-control to say no to those other bad foods over there, no matter how tasty you think they are in the short term. If your nose is blocked anyway, you probably can't even taste them that well. So what's the point in having them, rather than having something that is going to be of benefit to you? So drink plenty of teas, soup, use spices like turmeric, ginger and garlic. Get some natural honey that doesn't have too much added sugar and stuff in it, and nurse yourself back to health naturally. This will help shorten that lifespan of that cold if you look after yourself, which is pretty basic, but it's so easy to fall into the trap of going for the crap, fast, efficient, easy to get, and sometimes even more expensive foods. But anyway guys, that is 5 foods to avoid while battling a cold or sick. I'm Rob Murphy. Hope this one helps, and I'll see you in the next video.